Hey guys, it's your boy, Brad here, bringing you another awesome video! Hey guys, it's your boy, Brad here, the #1 goat hater. And you probably saw, but we got a new mic here. So you should hear me a lot better. Shouldn't sound like total fucking shit like it did before. This mic's pretty good, I think. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Who gives a fuck? At the end of the day, who really cares, right, guys? So, anyways, this time we got a new deck here, guys. We got Exodia, Royal Magical Library. Aw, yeah. So the name of this deck, obviously, is to bring out your man, my boy Exodia, the 5 pieces, and you use your Royal Magical Library to help you draw into them. So we'll go over the card by card there, boys, and we also got a replay of this awesome deck here you can check out. That'll be coming out next week as well. And we'll start off with the card by card, though, like I said. So we got the 2 Dark Mimic level 1s, which is basically just a Dekoichi. They'll let you draw a card. And there's also the weird effect, or it's like, once per turn in your standby phase, you can send this card to the graveyard, special summon 1 Dark Mimic level 3 from your hand or deck. So if he somehow doesn't die, if he survives a turn, you can then sacrifice them to bring out your Dark Mimic level 3. And then, which is our other next card, which Dark Mimic level 3 reads, if this card is destroyed by battle into the graveyard, draw 1 card. But if it's special summoned by the effect of Dark Mimic, draw 2 cards instead. So you draw 2 cards off of it if you can get it out, if you can somehow get that crazy specific effect to go off. So it's not bad if you can get it to go through. I don't know if it stops the draw 1 card, but I don't know. I actually don't know how that works. But anyways, we got the 3 Dekoichi, get you more draw power there. Then you got your Emissary of the Afterlife, which is basically just an Exodia searcher. You let you search any level 3 or lower normal monster from your deck to your hand. It technically does it for both players, but most people aren't playing normal level 3s or lower. And then you got your 1 Exodia, obviously. You got your 3 Royal Magical Library. You haven't seen this card. 1, thank the Lord you haven't. 2, it reads, each time a spell card is activated, when place 1 spell counter on this card, when that spell resolves, max 3. You can remove 3 spell counters from this card and then draw 1 card. So this card just gives you more draw power there, and you have a decent amount of spells in this deck that are pretty much just going to activate on their own, regardless of timing and all that. So, it's not the worst. You can get out get some more draw power with it. It can come in handy sometimes. It's not as good in this Exodia build. It's better in future Exodia builds where you got a lot more draw power, a lot more generic spells can be activated and stuff like that. But yeah, and this one's pretty good. Then you got your 1 Sang in there. Your 1 Sang to search out your pretty much anything in the deck except your Thunder Dragons. You ideally want to search the head of Exodia though, since your Emissary can't get them. And then you got your 3 Thunder Dragons to thin the deck out a little bit faster, draw through it a little bit faster, and obviously your 5 pieces of Exodia. And I do run a card destruction in this build of the deck for, if you're in a situation where you got a Dark Factory mass production, or you got Monster Reincarn, or no Exodia pieces in hand, you just need to draw faster. So that's what it's for there. Or maybe if you, like I said, you got those other cards that you get your Exodia pieces back, then you can do that. You don't want to have more than 2 in a graveyard, though, because you can only draw 2 off of this stupid card. And then we got a Graceful Charity, obviously. Your Monster Reincarnation, good for bringing back your Exodia head, or maybe a leg or arm if you need to. Your Pot of Greed, obviously. The 1 Reload, it's not I don't know if I really need this or not, but I keep it in here just in case. Let you reshuffle your hand, basically. It's okay. Your Swords Revealing Light, good for Royal Magical Library. Stalls your opponent as well for 3 turns. Either waste the card on it, get rid of it. Not the worst, not the best. 3 2-level contents, which is really good for your Royal Magical Library. Basically guarantees a free draw of it while thinning the deck out. And then you get a Toon World, which does another activation off him. 2 Upstart Goblin, you draw 1 card, give your opponent 1,000 life points. Life points don't really matter for the most part. And again, works with Royal Magical Library. The 3 Jar of Greed. 3 Jar of Greed, let you draw faster. The 1 Reckless Greed is only at 1, otherwise we play 3. Let you draw more cards. You got the 1... Solemn Wishes, let you gain 500 life points for each time you draw a card. So it's not bad since you're drawing so many goddamn cards, right? You're going to gain 500 life points for each one. So if you activate this, draw 1,000,000 cards, and you get a whole bunch of life points back. So, it kind of slows it down, the chances of you dying. It's not the best card in the world, but it can come in handy sometimes. And then you got the 1 Trencher Tribute from the main deck, and the side decks where the memes come in. So we're running 1 BLS here. almost want to main deck this because in a lot of ways you can actually just bring out BLS because you got your Thundras and you got all your Darks here, right? And sometimes it just so happens your opponent might be low on life points because they Solemn Judgment or something, so you can bring out BLS and kill them. You get your 3 Elephant Statue Disaster. If these all go to the graveyard once, it's 6,000. So this card reads: when you're sent to the graveyard by your opponent's card effect, they lose 2,000 life points. Yeah, so they lose 2,000 life points for if this goes to the graveyard. So like if you want to, what we're doing side deck here is we're siding into 3 Secret Barrel as well. So if like these all go into there and you have your Secret Barrels on activation, you can just GG them, as you will see in one of the replays. That kind of thing does happen, actually. Pretty crazy, because a good player will know that you got to use card destruction on this card, obviously, right? Or maybe they're using warriors or some kind of hand destruction kind of deck, right? So then that's when you throw these bad boys in there and punish them for that. And then you got the one Jinza. I don't know what that's there for. The Necromantic King can be okay sometimes to stop. It can be okay, just to stop your opponent from. I don't really know actually what that's in there for. Anyways, we got the one Delinquent Doom as well, just in case we feel like going a little more aggro, I guess, or not aggro, more control, I suppose. It depends, really, right? Maybe if we put the BLS in there, we'll put that in there. It's tough to say. The one MST for going first, the Draining Shield, I don't know what's on the side for. The one Magic Jammer for going first, I suppose. The 3 Secret Prayer for what I mentioned before. And the 7 Tools of the Bandits for trap heavy decks that you're good against countering. So that's the deck there, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a pretty sick deck we got here. It's actually not too bad for an Exodia build. I think it's one of the better ways to play Exodia and Goat. Maybe. I'm not really sure. I haven't really experimented with Exodia a lot. It's tough. I feel like, I don't know. Almost feel like there is a way to make Exodia better than it is in this format, but I don't know. It's tough to say. Tough to say, guys. But that's the deck there, though. I hope you liked it, and we'll see you on the next one, boys. So anyways, I'm signing out now. Peace out. You guys have a good one. As usual, deck will be in the description below. So see you there. Peace out, boys. Brud, signing out.